Hello, everybody, and I have a new intro. So let's dive in. So this is a review of the story and the engine, and yes, I do have some new things here. I have some new things. A Shooty and Millie manual and a Shooty Get with Sonic Screwdriver. Some else which is a light up TARDIS. But today I'm doing a very late reaction of the story and the engine. Now, you don't know what story and engine is. It's essentially the Doctor travels to Lagos, Nigeria, to this barber shop where he's got to tell a story. But this story is a rather significant one, which basically goes on about what the Doctor has faced. And the barber becomes good at the whole end of the episode, and it's got a really good scene where it shows screens of all the different Doctors. Now, I will say that I will do a whole Ruby Sunday series 1 lore, and I will also talk more about the impact of this. Now, what fans are essentially going on about? And I fully look at this. You see the little girl. You see the girl in the part where Belinda's going to rescue the Doctor. You see her? Now, that's the same. That is Captain Poppy from Space Babies. Now, if you don't remember Space Babies, yes, I'm consulting my book, but if you don't remember Space Babies, well, I'm about to recap it for you. So, Space Babies is essentially this. And if you look, there are loads of epics and details and the massive bogeyman. Now, the bogeyman came from things that. So I'm just going to move it closer. Let's do this. Move it closer so I can get a bigger and better view. Now, the bogeyman essentially came from a point of view that the Doctor is this polarized, and the bogeyman essentially came from a machine that helped the babies. And look who we saw in the monitor for that. Like, this was the first official appearance of Susan Triad. Now, this is going back a series. This is definitely going back a series. Now, you think, yeah, I've heard a lot. I've heard probably a bit too much here. There's also a game, but I'm going to talk more about my haul in a different video. But here you are, Susan Triad. Now, as you can see, that one there in the baby station, she appears, but she also appears with Isaac Newton in the 60th anniversary specials. Now, System Triad did eventually prove to be Sutekh in Empire of Death. But this is significant because I know a lot of you guys have seen a video of Anita Dobson saying that the Space Babies, she didn't initially understand the episode concept of Space Babies until she looked at the scripts for the finale. And you're like, hang on, why are we looking at this? Could this be a clue? The finale having the Space Babies? Now, this could happen. As well as, I'm not going to do the sound effect for the theory coming in. The Space Babies having some sort of input in the reality war. Now, to round that off, I'm going to say Captain Poppy did definitely make an appearance. But why was this appearance necessary? What is this appearance due to? What is the appearance going to show in the future of the franchise? And what is going to happen in the future? Now, we all... Side note, we've all wondered what those markings is. It stands for the sharpness of the tongue defeats the sharpness of the sword. And why is that significant? Well, nobody knows why that's kind of significant. But I'm going to go back to the normal setup for this next segment. Now, in tomorrow's episode, which is the Interstellar Song Contest, we saw a glimpse of Mrs. Flood looking through binoculars. Come on. She has to get some sort of a clue or a feel in this episode. But what is the significance of this? Well, in the Next Time trailer, Mrs. Flood said, "I have certainly enjoyed this show." But she's actually in the audience for the Interstellar Song Contest, which does guest star Ryan Clark and Graham Norton. Although some people speculate that Lux Imperator is going to be in this episode. Is Lux in this episode? Could we be facing another timey-wimey meta crisis? And what could this suggest for the finale, which is actually the week after the episode after this, and that is the start of the finale with Wishworld. Now, I am saying we're almost at the end of the series, and we are getting closer to a very, at the moment, uncertain regeneration. We're unsure what is going on with the series as a whole. Is it definitely going to involve Matt Smith coming back? Is it when the Doctor is willing to challenge for the Doctor? Are we going to get Joe coming back? Is Miss Flood Doctor? Miss Flood, all that? I've touched Miss Flood theories like ages ago, but this ties in. And some of my theories have shifted. Some of my theories have sort of realigned. Now I would like to talk about Rise. So that is it. I review this episode as a good episode. Now, I'd like you guys to leave a like, subscribe down below, and never miss a piece of content again. And also, my next video is basically going to be talking about my haul and explaining is going and also is going to be a read through of the 2025 annual. Peace.